My name is Keegan Snow. I'm the director of LOL. This skit that we were shooting here was a girl talk, like a bunch of girls with catty girl talk, talking like catty, slutty girl talk in a restaurant, basically. Improvised mostly.
Every semester, Cable 8 has an application process. You can apply to be the producer or director of each show, or you can pitch your own show. And I actually pitched my own show. I have been working on a documentary about bike polo for about 2 years now. And I was trying to, I pitched it as a documentary miniseries to kind of turn it into that. But Cable 8 said that most of that work was already done, and for their shows, they want more student involvement. And since most of the work was already done and all I really needed was editors and stuff like that, they said that it would work as more of a special project. And I told them that I would accept a role as a director of a show, and they gave me After Short Hours, as it was named before, which my producer renamed to LOL. Typically on a shoot for LOL, I'll show up with the camera and the boom pole and tripod and light kit and set up the lights and stuff like that. Or if we're in the studio, use the grid and set up lighting for an area. I like to make the shots look as good as possible, lighting wise, because that's one of my favorite things about filmmaking is the cinematography and the lighting. And then for a lot of our sketches, it's improv based. So a lot of times we kind of set up the situation, let the actors know the world that they're in, and just kind of let them go and cut it up in post and just kind of let them go wild. And we have some really good improvisers on the show that just keep me in stitches behind the camera all the time. In film, the director has the vision and decides what we're doing and what we're trying to achieve. But in film, the producer is more of the decider of what actually happens, and the director is more in charge of like how it looks, at least within the bounds of Cable 8. And so I'm more of like a director of photography of sorts, which is fun. I enjoy that as well. But I wish I had a little more creative control over the whole thing as director. Well, with Wazoo Films, we've had a really great talent pool through our connections with the theater department, which has been nice, but a lot of that is carried over. A lot of people that I've worked with have come and auditioned for my show here, which has been really nice. But as far as crew goes, there's a lot more. Cable 8 has a lot more involvement, a lot more people that want the hands-on experience. And it's a lot easier to piece together crew and get them to get multiple people as crew hands and stuff like that on set. I personally don't really have much say in the selection of scripts. Most of it my producer has written over the summer, and he likes to use the scripts that he's already written most of the time. But I did insist upon having writers' meetings and getting scripts from our talent and crew and people who are interested in writing and workshopping them in a writer's room setting where we could bounce ideas off each other. And that's been one of the most rewarding parts of this, is just doing that process. Not all the scripts that we work and turn out really good actually get picked because it's Cheyenne's final say, my producer. But it's been a lot of fun just workshopping scripts and being in that writer room setting. That's what I was looking forward to most about working on a sketch show. In our LOL writers meetings, typically we'll go around the room, especially early in the process in the semester. We would go around the room and just like feel out people's ideas, see what people had to say, and once it was said and out in the open, people had the chance to kind of laugh about it, maybe like make a joke and like add something to it, say something funny that might work with it, and just kind of build on the ideas and pick which ones might work as a sketch. And then we would like tell the person that pitched it to write it, or maybe pass it off to someone else if they are really excited about the idea and want to write it more so. And now recently, once we have people bring a script to the table, we will do a read around around the room. We'll assign parts for assign actors for each part, and we'll just do a cold reading of it all. And now when writers bring a script of a sketch to the table, we will distribute it and assign people to read for each part, and we'll read it aloud as a group, and kind of feel out the funnies, see what works and what doesn't. Once we finish the read, I like to get the writer's first impression about what he felt after hearing his own work said aloud, and then get input on what people think, see which parts, see what jokes don't land, which ones are good, which ones need to be built up a little more. And when you go through that, like, jokes pop up into people's heads that they say, and we laugh about them. And if they're good, like, we'll add it to it. Things get added, a little more gags. Sometimes sketches just don't have enough little gags that make you laugh, and we like to just flesh out the script as much as possible. I walked into LOL thinking like a producer because of my inexperience with television itself. I thought that I had more of a deciding power on the format and setting of the show, and I wanted something a little differently than we ended up with. I kind of wanted a live studio audience, improv, Whose Line type thing with possibly sketches live in front of the studio audience as well, kind of like Saturday Night Live. I was toying with the name Saturday Night Live to tape as an LTT, but my producer came in and being the actual producer, had his format and had worked over the summer and written sketches that he was really behind and really wanted to get made, and that's the direction the show ended up going, and it's still been fun.